From Mitchell Trubisky at number 2 to Reub Foster at number 31, there were plenty of surprises on night 1 of the 2017 NFL Draft in Philadelphia. So what do picks 33 to 107 have in store for us? Our draft expert Chris Burke is back at it, handing out live grades and analysis for each team as they make their second and third round selections. Round 2, 33 Kevin King, CB, Washington grade, B+, an early reminder that day 2 will be loaded with talent. King is not as complete a cornerback as his former Washington teammate, the injured Sidney Jones, but he checks off the size-speed combo at cornerback. He gives the Packers a potential top 2 outside cornerback. 34 Cam Robinson, at Alabama grade, this is the Seahawks' third trade down already this one, for picks 35 and 187, plus 2 on Thursday. Jacksonville made the move to ensure it could nab Robinson, the potential first-round lineman who, along with Forrest Lamp, made it to day 2. It remains to be seen if Robinson will be a guard or tackle for the Jaguars in 2017, but his future should be as a potential franchise lieutenant. 35 Malik McDowell, D, Michigan State grade, B. Seattle finally decides to use its pick, and with it nabs the prospect in this class with perhaps the most room between his ceiling and floor. Make no mistake about it, McDowell is immensely gifted physically. This is a great scheme for him, too. The Seahawks just have to keep him motivated. Don't forget, they passed on Forrest Lamp and multiple available CBs here. 36 for Arizona Cardinals grade, B+, love the player. Curious about the aggressive move up the board to get him, given the cost. Arizona shipped picks 45, 119, 197 and a 2018 fourth-rounder to Chicago for this selection and 221. It seemed on the surface like a leap up for a QB, but the Cardinals seem content to keep putting that off. Baker and Tyrann Mathieu together at safety provides even more versatility to a defense loaded with it. 37 Zay Jones, WR, ECU grade, B+. Buffalo traded down in round 1, then goes up in round 2 picks 44 and 91 to the Rams for 37 and 149. The Bills did so because they needed a wide receiver and missed out on the top 3 guys Thursday night. Jones should be their number 2 guy opposite Sammy Watkins right away. 38 Forrest Lamp, G, Western Kentucky grade, there is a very real chance Lamp develops into this draft's top lineman, so count it as a win for the Chargers that he fell into their laps at number 38. They'll have to use later picks on defense, but this is a clear best player available meets need scenario. Lamp's arrival is great news for both RB Melvin Gordon and QB Philip Rivers. 39 Marcus Maye, S, Florida grade, B2 picks, 2 safeties for the Jets, who just remade the back end of their secondary by adding Jamal Adams and Maye. That's a lot of physicality and versatility paired together, and it's obvious Todd Bowles helped drive those picks. But back-to-back safeties when there are so many other needs here. 48 Curtis Samuel, RB /WR, Ohio State grade, C+. Who boy, that Carolina offense is going to be fun to watch. Both Samuel and first-round pick Christian McCaffrey are uber-athletic running backs with potential out of the slot. It's fair to wonder, though, if this was overkill. If McCaffrey's getting touches all over the field, how is Samuel getting involved? The Panthers still have needs at CB, D and OT. 41 Dalvin Cook, RB, Florida State grade, both Cook and Joe Mixon were still sitting on the board at 41, so the Vikings made a move up to address their RB situation, 48 and 128 to Sashiati. Cook isn't a clean prospect, necessarily, but he was our top-ranked back. He's a dynamic playmaker that will bolster that offense. 42 Marcus Williams, S. Utah grade, B. This is a minor upset. The Saints used one of their 2 first-rounders on their secondary, CB Marshall Lattimore, and they have both Jairus Beard and Vo Bell at safety. Williams is an excellent ball hawking, center fielder type safety, the round 2 version of Malik Hooker, but this is another team that seemed primed to address other needs. 43 Sidney Jones, CB, Washington grade. A Sidney Jones' Achilles injury would have made him a significant gamble in the first round. In round 2, though, he's a value pick. He was considered to be a potential top -10 pick before that setback at his pro day. He's a tall, physical cornerback who can lock down on the outside. When he gets healthy again, the Eagles could have a star. 44 Gerald Everett, Ted, South Alabama grade, D+. The Rams throw a curveball with their first pick of the 2017 draft, taking Everett, a player cut from the same forward/slot receiver mod as Iva Egram. This comes 1 year after Ella nabbed Tyler Higbee in the 4th round. Everett has upside as a pass catcher, but this is early for him and there were a lot of defensive options on the board. 45 Adam Shahi, Ashland grade, C. Just like that, we have a tight end run on our hands. The Bears needed depth at the position. Zach Miller's been banged up a lot. Dio Sims has never had 300 yards receiving in a season and the rest of the depth chart is thin. Shahi's solid pass catching, suspect blocking combo actually will fit well with those other options. But there were a lot of other directions Chicago could have gone here. 46 Quincy Wilson, CB, Florida grade, this is a steal. Not everyone charged with evaluating the draft was on board with Wilson as a first-rounder, but he landed as our number 2 cornerback. He plays an aggressive and physical game outside desired traits in general, but even more so since the Colts took a less physical safety in Malik Hooker. Wilson and Voti Davis together will be a handful. 47 Tyus Bowser, Pound, Houston grade. The Ravens had the chance to nab a pass rusher in round 1, but went with CB Marlon Humphrey instead. They addressed their edge situation well here, as Bowser has the potential to be an explosive OLB in Baltimore's system. He only just now appears to be starting to unlock his capabilities, so the future should be very bright. 48 Joe Mixon, RB, Oklahoma grade, B. The Bengals have never shied away from players with red flags, so they always shaped up as a possible match for Mixon. That's also true because of their need at running back. Cincinnati's current backfield bruiser, Jeremy Hill, has proven ineffective. Even at his best, he never had the upside of Mixon, who might have pushed into the top 10 without that horrible off-field incident while he was at Oklahoma. The talent is not a question, at all. There are a lot of other questions, though. He has been under a microscope from NFL evaluators after he punched a woman in 2014. Can the Bengals trust him? 49 Ryan Anderson grade, B+. Recreating as much of the Alabama defense as possible through this draft is not the worst strategy ever. After swiping Jonathan Allen for their line in round 1, the Redskins now can drop Anderson in at OLB. The latter doesn't appear to have upside as a premier pass-rushing linebacker, but he's solid and experienced across the board. 50-18 Justin Evans, S. Texas A&M grade, B. Evans slid a little bit under the radar within a deep and talented safety class, but he is not out of line here. Because of the way he clobbers people, he's better playing closer to the line. He can drop back and play deep, though, so Tampa Bay can mix and match him with new addition J.J. Wilcox and incumbents like Chris Conte. 51 DeMarcus Walker grade, B. The Broncos were not good enough up front on offense last year, so they took the Red Bulls in round 1. And they were pushed around too much on defense, too, which makes Walker's presence a strong addition. He can play end in a 3-4, and he'd also help the transition should Denver utilize more 4-3 post Wade Phillips. 52 days. Huey Kaiser, QB, Notre Dame grade, are unable to find the right pairing in round 1. The Browns finally added to their QB competition with the 52nd pick. Kaiser was far better in 2015 than he was in 2016, but either version could wind up bumping Cody Kessler and Brock Osweiler down the depth chart. There's not as much of a gap between Kaiser and, say, Mitchell Trubisky as their respective selection spots would indicate. 53 T's Tabor, CB, Florida grade, B+. Once a first-round contender, Tabor's stock tumbled quite a bit after he topped 4.6 seconds in his combine 40. So, the straight line speed may not be there, but Tabor is quick enough to succeed as an NFL cornerback, and he has the alpha dog mentality required for such a task. We had him ranked number 52, he went number 53, so that's pretty spot on. 54 Miami Dolphins, 55 New York Giants, 56 Oakland Raiders, 57 Houston Texans, 58 Seattle Seahawks, 59 Kansas City Chiefs, 60 Dallas Cowboys, 61 Green Bay Packers, 62-30 Pittsburgh Steelers, 63 Atlanta Falcons, 64-32 Carolina Panthers, via New England, round 3. 65 Cleveland Browns, 66 San Francisco 49ers, 67 San Francisco 49ers, via Chicago, 68 4 Jacksonville Jaguars, 69 Los Angeles Rams, 70 New York Jets, 71 Los Angeles Chargers, 72-8 New England Patriots, via Carolina, 73 Cincinnati Bengals, 74-10 Baltimore Ravens, 75 Buffalo Bills, 76 New Orleans Saints, 77 Arizona Cardinals, 78 Baltimore Ravens, 79 Minnesota Vikings, 80-16 Indianapolis Colts, 81 Washington Redskins, 82-18 Denver Broncos, 83 Tennessee Titans, 84 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 85 Detroit Lions, 86 Minnesota Vikings, 87 New York Giants, 88 Oakland Raiders, 89 Houston Texans, 90 Seattle Seahawks, 91 Buffalo Bills, via Kansas City, 92-60 Dallas Cowboys, 93 Green Bay Packers, 94-30 Pittsburgh Steelers, 95 Seattle Seahawks, via Atlanta, 96-32 New England Patriots, 97 Miami Dolphins, 98 Carolina Panthers, 99 Philadelphia Eagles, via Baltimore, 100 Tennessee Titans, via LA Rams, 101 Denver Broncos, 102 Seattle Seahawks, 103-60 New Orleans Saints, via Cleveland, through New England, 104 Kansas City Chiefs, 105-30 Pittsburgh Steelers, 106 Seattle Seahawks, 107-32 New York Jets,